Hi guys. I'm in my prayer closet, also known as my master bathroom. Anyway, we got this word at church today, and the message was on fixing yourself, and mostly it focused on how you can't really fix yourself until you fix, or can't really fix anyone else. You can only fix yourself, and until you fix yourself, you just really can't always succeed in what you want to succeed in or do what you want to do, and you kind of feel blocked. And at least that's what I got from it. Anyway, but there was a part when he was talking about women and men submitting to each other, and yeah, this is a big deal for us. Scott and I are doing amazing, and I would say we're on the same page for the first time in 26 years of marriage, which is amazing and fantastic and all of those things. I just don't know if I understood, or I wish, I guess I do understand. I wish I understood sooner the secret to that. And the secret was part of that fixing yourself. It was me getting out of the way. I spent years thinking that I needed to fix him and blaming everything on him and wishing that he would get it together. And how come, I had hours of conversation with God going, dude, we are so not blessed because of the way my husband's acting. And I'm sure God was just loving me the whole way through, because it had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with me getting on the same page with God and realizing that submitting to my husband was a key. And man, I didn't like that word. That word submit, it went all over me. And I thought that meant that I had to let him walk on me, and that I had to let him use me and abuse me, and that's not what it means at all. What that word means is to respect and to love and to care for, and to care for another like you care for yourself. And I don't know what the Webster's dictionary of it is, but that's what God showed me in my heart. That's what God showed me in my spirit, that submitting to my husband was honoring God because God gave me my husband, and honoring my husband was crucial for us to get where we needed to be. So funny thing is, after years and years and years of feeling like I'm banging my head against a wall, I don't know, maybe you guys are there, feeling like your finances never get straightened out, your kids are always a mess, and you're always a mess, and man, you can always find that person to blame it on, be it your spouse or your parent or your kid or a kid's teacher. It doesn't really matter if it's a marriage relationship or not. But I can promise you, if you will just start working on you, and you will allow God to work on you, and you will submit to God and those who are in authority of you, be it your mom or dad if you're still in their house, or your husband or wife, and not so much husbands. I'm not really addressing that. I'm addressing it from the wife standpoint, obviously. So wives, submitting to your husbands, it's key. It's so key. And really what it is getting on your knees. And I've spent hours in this room around these walls are scriptures, that I've written out for my husband and I, and for what I wanted things to be. And I've prayed and cried and worshiped hour upon hour upon hour. And the whole time it was already there. And it was just me needing to get still and be quiet and realize that I had to step myself off God's throne. He actually told me that. He's told me a few things over the years that kind of make me giggle. But one time, actually in 2013, he told me, get out of his way. That Scott was his project, not mine. And that was pretty powerful, but I obviously didn't get it, because here we were in 2016, still facing the same things we were facing. So I finally got it after I had a prophetic dream and vision of what was to come and what could be if I would get out of the way. And God is so good. He's so good that he'll show you. And man, when he showed me that, and he freed me from the fear that I was holding on to, that if I surrendered my marriage, somehow I would have failed. Somehow I would lose everything, including myself. But what I really found was God and myself and my husband and all the treasures that were hidden, locked up inside that fear to let go, that a fear of letting go. And I'm going to tell you what, ladies, letting go of the expectations I had for my marriage and picking up the expectation that God has for my marriage That's where it's at. That's where it's at. So I don't know where you guys are today. Maybe you are perfectly fine and jumping for joy every time you see each other, and it's just like when you were dating. But if it's not, I highly recommend you get in your prayer closet and you talk to God about you. What needs to change in you so that you can see breakthrough in your marriage, so that you can both experience breakthrough. Because really what I was doing is I was hindering Scott from growing to be the man he needed to be, the man that God wants him to be, the leader that God wants him to be, the whole time, because I was leading. I was in the way. And I didn't do it out of meanness or anything. I did it out of survival mode. I did it out of thinking it was the right thing to do. I did it out of codependency. So many things that I had to break through. But God doesn't want me to survive. He wants me to thrive. And to thrive, you cannot strive. You have to set the striving down. So as you go today, I just pray for you that you will find the peace that I have found in your marriage and in your life. And first of all, work on you. That's my tip for the day. Stop looking to everyone else and start looking at yourself. It's hard. There's tears involved. There's sometimes a little bit of self-righteous anger in there. There's some things that you're going to have to break through. But get out of yourself and get into God. Ask God for His eyes and His ears, and then do and listen to what He tells you to do and what He tells you. Just listen. And then let Him hold you. Let Him heal all those places in you that are broken. And then as you heal and you let go, your husband will rise up, your marriage will get better, your finances will line out. Gosh, crazy, ridiculous things will break out. I promise you. So have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.